Okay, hello everyone, Mr. Martin here. Just figured I would start doing some of my own math videos because searching for the correct video and and exactly what I want was getting tedious. Also, I wanted to switch things up for you guys. I know that you guys watching videos of people that you don't know can be difficult at times. So I wanted to start kind of putting my face to it and see. Hopefully, it'll engage you guys a little bit more, and we can enjoy some back and forth about my video. Feel free to critique me, feel free to make fun of me. Take a look, you can see my beard, right? I have called the quarantine beard. I haven't really shaved in the since, but let's get to it. This week we're going to start with systems of equations. As you can see on the whiteboard, I wrote down a few main points of it. We went over it earlier in the year, but a good refresher, kind of taking a look at what a system of equations is. First off, it's two or more linear equations that have basically two equations. They both have an x variable, they have a y variable. See here, x and y variables. The solution to a system is an ordered pair, an x and a y point. You can either label it as x, y, ordered pair, or you can x equals y equals. And then the example of it, I have right down here, y equals 3x plus 7, and y equals x minus 1. Those are both together a system of equations. And what they do is they show a point that the two lines are going to cross at. All right, so let's get into checking out some of the work. All right, so the first system that we're going to start with is y equals x plus 7, and then x equals 5. We're going to start very basic, and we're going to start by using substitution. So I'm just going to write this over here. As you can see, my handwriting has not gotten better since the quarantine, but let's take a look at this. So I have two lines, y equals x plus 7, or two equations, we'll call them, and then x equals 5. And I want to find out where they cross, okay? I want to figure out what points they have in common. So using substitution, what I want to do is I want to see if I have a variable equal to something. And both of these have variables equal to something. Y equals, and then x equals. And what I can do once I have that variable equal to something, I can plug it into the other equation. For instance, I can take my x equals 5 right here. I'm going to just put a square around that 5 because I know that's what x equals. And then I can plug it in for the x in the first equation. So I can go ahead and I can put that right in there for that x, okay? So I'm going to write the new equation out. So I'm basically combining the two, taking this 5 and substituting in for the x. So my new equation is y equals, and now instead of x, I have a 5 there. 5 plus 7, okay? Easy enough. Now we have an equation, y equals 5 plus 7. We just add that 5 and 7 together, and I have y equals 12. So that's one of my answers there. And then I already have my other answer up here where x equals 5. So I have y equals 12, x equals 5, are my x and my y variables. Or I can write it as my x variable first, 5, 12. That works also. Okay, so these are two different ways of writing the answer. One way is y equals x equals, the other way is just your x first, your y second, as an ordered pair. Okay, so let's move on to one that's just a little bit more difficult, not all that much more, but we're going to add a little bit something to it. go. So y equals 3x plus 9. 3x plus 9. And then x equals 5. Or sorry, x equals 4. So, again, we have it set up in a way that I can do the substitution right away. I don't have to change anything around over here. I already have an x equals a number. So I take that number again, that 4, and I plug that right in for the x, okay? Once I do that, and I keep everything else in that equation the same. I don't change anything else. I just put that 4 in for that x. So, and I'm going to bring this equation down with that 4 now. Y equals 3 times my 4 that I took from here. 3 times 4 plus 9. Now 3 times 4, we've got to go through our PEMDAS or GEMS, however you learn the order of operations. So you have y equals 3 times 4 is 12 plus 9, y equals 21. Okay, so that's my y, and I just want to make sure I label my x. Well, my x is equal to, I already know it's right here, x is equal to 4. That's one way to do my answer. And then I can also do 421. That's the other way. That's my answer to this system of equations. My x equals 4, as I was told here, and then my y is equal to 21, because that's what I solved for. All right. Now, I want to do one more that's, again, a little bit more difficult. And all we're doing is we're substituting in. We're just taking a number and plugging it in for a variable. Okay, so y equals 7 times x plus 3 times x plus 3 minus 2, and then y, or sorry, not y, again I'm going to have x equals x equals 2. Okay, this one looks more difficult. We got the parentheses here, we get a number outside the parentheses, we got addition going on inside the parentheses, and then we have all of that subtract 2. It looks more difficult, it's not. Okay, all we have to do is we get a substitute. We already know what x equals, so we can go ahead and we can substitute that in for the x value up here. Okay, and once we substitute that value in for that x value, now we can go ahead and use our order of operations to solve. Okay, so we always do what's inside the parentheses first, then multiplication, division. You know how to do those. So let's take a look when we write out the new equation. Y equals 7 times, my x value now is 2 plus 3 inside the parentheses minus 2. Okay, now I just do what's inside the parentheses first. So y equals 7 times 2 plus 3 is 5 minus 2. 7 times 5 is 35. There we go. 35 minus 2. Just put that y there. And then 35 minus 2 is 33. A nice little Larry Bird number right there. So then we have x equals 2. So I brought down the 2 from up here. Made sure I put that in the answer because we always want to have my x value, my y value here, and then I can write in my ordered pair 2, 33. 3 works just as well. Okay, either of these answers will be considered correct. You have your x equals, your y equals, your x value, your y value, and that'll do it for my first video. I hope that this helps. I hope that kind of creating videos and you being able to see me helps out. Please comment, shoot me an email, shoot me whatever. Let me know what you think, if I look ridiculous. I know my hair is a mess. My head's too big to fit in a baseball cap. So please, 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 I hope all you guys are doing well. Keep up with the work. Keep doing what you're doing. Stay in contact. And I will see you guys soon.